Okay, now I'm here, and I'm gonna teach you people about FM8, the god synth of synthesizing shit. Okay, FM8 is an FM synth. FM synthesis is basically when you take one sound and route it into another to get a new sound. So, if you see on the spectrograph waveform right here, which is fantastic, may I add, you have a sine wave on the output, which is just operator F. It's just being sent out to the output, which is that intuitive in itself. Like, if I change the volume here, it's not going to make much of a difference because it's still just going to be a sine wave, like you'll hear. Still a sine wave. But, so if I take this sine wave, which is operator E, and then route it into operator F, I'm going to get something else out of it. And I'm going to change the harmonics from being just a single tone. No, that's D, right here. Now, like, if you notice, is I increase it, it's bending. So I'm going to hit a note and then bend that. Sick, gnarly sounds! Okay, now this is a really weird waveform, to be honest. This is just... that I don't even know. But, just to assume the basics here, FM synthesis creates really gritty, like, dark sounds most of the time. But you can also create cool stuff. You can create like pianos, you can create strings. It's used a lot for strings actually. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna load some of these presets because I'm not very good at that. So let's see something like plucked strings. That sounds great. Pretty simple. So now, FM8 in particular is a really, really nice synth in my opinion, just because of the actual quality of the timbre at the end, and the ability that it gives you to edit that, like here. I think that's in the easy morph. It has a whole section for the timbre. The timbre, whatever, however you pronounce it. I've heard like people pronounce it 800 different ways. But it's basically the emphasis of the sound, like what makes you be able to tell a piano sound different from like a vocal sound. Like that's a sine wave. I'm going to increase the harmonic content of this, and it'll change it a little bit. Wait, let me... Now, granted, that's just a sine wave, so you're not going to hear much of a difference. But if I take another sine wave and I fuck with it like that, and then I mess with the timbre, you get really weird stuff out of it. And you can also change it with the velocity. Which, just by the way, I just got a new keyboard, so I'm loving that. But, so this is the easy page. This is like when you're done with the sound and you're like, it's not bright enough, it doesn't have enough harmonics, that kind of stuff. You can change it there. Then you also have envelopes, you have amplitude envelopes, yeah, that kind of stuff. And then also something really, really fun about FM8 is you have this morph section right here. Basically, what I can do is I can hit normalize timbre, and then basically this sound right here, which is this one, it's been loaded into each of these XY axis. So what I can do is I can drag this to, let's say, the very middle, and then I can turn up the randomizer, and turn up the randomizer, and I don't think it's going to show it because I have a really decrepit version of FM8, but it makes a cloud around this. Basically, in here, it could be over 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 there, there. It could be anywhere. And so, the more you increase the random amount, the more it'll go in that direction. So, you can create this whole box where every single hit is different. So, if I edit one of the sounds, like the Like right now, since I'm in this corner, it should edit this sound. So if I change the ratio, now you keep this in mind, you can only change the ratios, like the ratios, the offsets, because if you change the actual routings, it'll get a different timbre. And so what FM8 does is it blends all of these timbres together. So if I go like, it blends them together. Otherwise, you get a really weird cutoff, and it's not very pleasant. So, anyway, I might have actually gotten that backwards. I'm not sure. I think it's the ratios, but I'll just try different routing because I thought it was something with that. So. Oh, okay. So it's the modulation amount, not the ratios. That please excuse me there. That was bullshit. But so you can randomize presets. If you have one sound and you want to vary each time, like you make a piano sound, you don't want it to sound exactly the same every single time. So you can load it into each one. You can change the ratios, that kind of stuff. And it'll sound different. You can have a little bit of offset, that kind of stuff. And it'll phase a little bit and it'll sound really cool. It's all what you want from it. But now that I've basically showed you what that is, and I've showed you what the matrix is this thing, by the way, if you haven't guessed. I'm gonna just make a quick FM8 preset right now, and then I'm gonna like throw like a wow filter on something on it just to give it like a cool sound. So let me see about this. I'm just gonna put that out on full. I'm gonna enable all of the oscillators by right-clicking on them, and let's say I'm gonna route A into F, and so that basically just does the distortion thing. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to link A to the mod wheel. Now, I have a mod wheel right here. So, like, if I link right here by just drawing inside of this matrix, it's basically saying modulation goes by 100% to A. So, at 100% on the mod wheel, which is shown right here, A will be at 100% volume, and it'll be distorting the other operators by 100%. So, if I go like, it's changing the modulation. And so you can get cool wobbly sound, that kind of stuff. And you can even do stuff like route the modulator through the LFO. So like the LFOs are right here, so LFO1 modulation to A. So that's LFO's modulation to A. So the higher the mod wheel, the more it's going to modulate A. So here. That's pretty cool. You can make like cool wobbles and stuff with that. It's just whatever you make of it. But usually what I do is I just link the modulation, and then if I want to make a wobble, I just draw a sine wave in my automation, and then I can control it. And then you can do cool stuff like ramps and stuff, because then like it's just like it'd be like instead of just like if that makes sense. I just do that because I find it cooler sounding. So I'm gonna mess with the matrix now and just kind of get a sound that I like. Oh, I'm also going to key sync these. Key syncs basically means that they start at the same spot, so it's kind of like phase, but a little bit different from that. I'm going to mess with some of these waveforms. You can change the waveform by actually clicking on it and then just selecting up and down. So I'm going to go to like sawtooth. Not sawtooth. I'm just going to increase the ratio on this to 2 times. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention totally. How in FM, like octaves are measured is by multiples. For example, a A1 would be 440 hertz. So if you're going to go to an A2, so like A1 and then A2. A1 to A2 is 2 times. It's 2 times A1 being 440 to get to A2, which is 880. I might be getting that wrong, but it's how FM works. Yeah. So basically what I'm doing is just I'm just messing with the mod wheel here to get a cool sound that I like. Now, I see people who start with FM8 just kind of having most ridiculous looking matrices over here. And I have to say, if you're getting a bad sound in FM8, check whichever operator has the highest number to it. Like, if I have something modulated by, like, 60, and I have a really shitty sound, like that, it's probably because of the 60, not the 11. So I'm going to turn that down. Okay. And so I'm making a pretty, like, groutly sound, which is usually what I do with FM8 anyway, so... Oh my god, okay, so if you want to increase the octave, you do multiples of 2, so like 2, 4, 6, 8, etc. And then if you want to lessen it, you do like 0.5, 0.125, etc., 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 and then I don't think you're going to need to go lower than 0.125, to be honest. And then you also have the offset, which is in hertz, and that's like detuning. It's like fine detuning, and this is like multiples. This is just fine detuning. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Okay. Let's turn that down a lot. Okay, let's follow my own rule and turn down that 50. Let's turn down that. I'm going to switch that to a triangle, because I like triangles. Okay. I'm getting a kind of shitty sound out of it, but whatever. That's a principle. Okay, so let's just keep messing with this until I can get something that has nice harmonics. Although, if you can hear, it's not super bright. So, like I said before, I can go to the easy morph and I can turn up the brightness, which is kind of cool. It just changes the FM synth so that it like is brighter. Except it's kind of a shitty sound anyway, so... Christ! Here, I'm just gonna transpose that up. Okay. Okay, now I just want to add some reverb to this because it's hurting my ears without reverb. Reverb, hell yeah. Sounds a little bit better to me. Okay, I'm just gonna add some detune and like unison. Okay, please remind me to turn that down before I do that. That I should not have headphones on. Jesus Christ, I'm sorry to everybody out there. Yeah, I'm gonna just route this through the filter quickly, because that needs a filtering. Okay, that little tiny sound is what I've been looking for, kinda. Okay, I'm gonna also make that mono for obvious reasons. Here, I'm gonna also go to the pitch tab, and then I'm gonna change the pitch bend down to an octave. Okay, I'm gonna turn that down because I have no idea how to operate the second filter. The first filter is low pass, high pass, band pass. It's pretty obvious, but then the second filter is kind of like, what? I don't know. I'm gonna add a wow filter to it and then some EQ. Wow filter is a fantastic plugin, may I add. It's kind of bullshit in that you just like one-click vowel, but like I don't even use it for that as much as anything else. I'm gonna set it to envelope follow. Basically, when it's on, it'll change its position. Yeah, no. I'm going to set that to band reject because it's obviously a superior filter. Here, I'm also going to set modulation to change F's volume, I guess. Christ. Okay. Okay, I've totally found the range of that sound that I like. So now I'm just gonna shove an EQ on this. And I'm gonna high pass that sound out. Or just make it quieter. Yeah, high pass isn't gonna work for that. So let's just put a parametric on it. Sounds alright to me. I'm gonna also put an overdrive. Let's fuck. Alright, and then I'm gonna add a simple delay. A simple delay is really fucking useful if you use Ableton. There's equivalent stereo delay in Cubase, that kind of stuff. There's probably an FL equivalent too. But if you set each of these delays about 10, 20 milliseconds apart, actually I was right. But it creates a stereo effect, which is dimension expander and massive, which will ruin a mixdown, so don't do it. But if you need something with shitty stereo width like I'm doing right now, just do that. I have to figure out some way to change that mod wheel. Oh, Ableton, you can do it. Come on, Ableton. Come on. You can do it. No. Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't know. I don't think any of those are what I'm looking for. But let's see. I'm gonna add some multi-band compression on that, just to crush those highs, because I hate highs, and I must crush all of their dreams. Ah, there we go. So it's entirely a mid-range thing. Okay, I'm going to figure out what frequency is doing that. Okay, so 2000. Alright, that totally makes sense. Diagnostics. Sounds alright to me. Could be better. Fuck, I have not been paying any attention to this. Holy shit, I'm so sorry. Oh, it's just you two. And then Kai left. Okay. I'm gonna upload this to YouTube later though, Josh, so you should be okay. Okay, so that's about all I can think of. I'm gonna put a gate on it just really quickly. Just to get rid of that like tone before. It was like right here. Alright. Let me think of what else I can do. Since I don't like that mid-tone. which if you notice is just peaking right around like 2000 hertz. But if you turn that down, then it sounds dull. So let's see, can I do multi-band on that? I can change this, right? Okay, 2000. Okay, 700 to 2000. Now, if you can see right here, the multi-band is showing that basically that frequency quadruples in volume, which is bad. So I'm gonna put that over there. Okay. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Holy fucking shit. I hope that just clipped a lot and didn't play at full volume. Oh my God. Oh, ah. Oh my God. I regret existing. Oh my God. Okay, sure. Okay. Let me think. What else I can do? Wave shapers. Wave shaper. Where's saturator? Saturator. I'm gonna put that after the gate. Wave shapers. Alright, so that's about it. I pretty much just improv the bass for half of this. It's not the best I've done, to be honest, but I'm just trying to have fun, just messing around. Showing basic stuff, basic Ableton stuff too. It's about all I can really think of. Wow filter. Wow. Okay, sure. Yeah. So I guess I'm gonna stop it here for now. I'm gonna stop it if I can figure out how. Okay. So like 30 minutes of FM8, that's totally good for me. So thank you.